The avalanche of digital tools reaching the region in recent years has not been matched by similar increases in productivity. The lack of knowledgeable CEOs is the main reason cited in surveys as the cause of this phenomenon. What should be done to remedy this problem?
Digital transformation comes both from the top down and from the bottoms up. It is important for CEOs to really understand the core business, the values of the business, and what is the burning platform to transform. So normally when I talk to CEOs about digital transformation, I give them the following advice. Number one, get to know your organization. That is very important because that's going to drive forward direction. Number two, you got to choose the right partners. This is an ecosystem. You really cannot do this work alone, and you must make sure that you bring the right partners into the equation and partners that are very capable and have had the experience around digital transformation. And number three, it's you got to prioritize and give special attention to the people that bring change management. The agents of change, and in our generation right now is primarily millennials, are the ones that are going to bring up the better idea, the brightest ideas, and are really going to enable this digital transformation.
What can this digital transformation and Internet of Things do for the industry?
In our experience in the industrial world, it really is about a compelling reason to act. And let me give you some statistics. If you look at projects over $1 billion in the last 10 years in our industries, and you grade them on the following criteria: late by more than 6 months or 20% over the cost of the original project, 65% of the projects fail. So there's an incentive to make sure that we get better at digital transformation and executing projects through digital transformation tools. So what are the compelling reasons to act? We like to categorize them around 4 major metrics. The first one being emissions and the environment. The second one being efficiency. The third one being productivity. And the last one being safety. So if you let me have a very easy example around safety. In the past, companies spend a lot of money and a lot of attention around safety without really getting the benefit. Digital transformation will enable you to get the data into the experts as opposed to the experts into the data. That alone saves a lot of opportunities for accidents and mishaps in the workplace.
From your perspective as a technology company, what do you perceive as the biggest opportunity areas on the digital transformation of the company?
Probably the biggest opportunity is around making sure that we realize the returns around digital transformation. We always tell customers that it's an evolution as opposed to a revolution. The first thing you got to do is you're going to start with your ROI in mind. That's the most important metric that you can have around digital transformation. The second thing is that you got to start small pilots, small steps, try it out, and make sure that you can scale up from there. So ROIs and scalability are the 2 most important things when you're going to embark on a digital transformation journey.
Knowledgeable CEOs and structured management practices are the keys to company growth. How should we teach CEOs the necessary tech and managerial skills to enable them to lead successful transformations toward more efficient firms?
Teaching CEOs is not an easy task, right? There is a reason why they came to those positions. And I think it's all around collaboration and building ecosystems of data, of information, and of success stories on how to go about doing this digital transformations. Fortunately, in our industries, that collaboration exists, that data exists, and more important, the forums exist to make sure that that information is exchanged, that is applicable industry-wide, and that it is implemented on a day-to-day basis. So, in summary, I think it's all about sharing the information and also making sure that CEOs participate in that ecosystem of information sharing and implementation.